ABC and the ESPN app, starting with the Knicks and Sixers at 3. Then it's Golden State at Minnesota. Luka Doncic returns to Dallas for the Lakers and Mavs. It all starts at 2:30 Eastern with the Countdown Crew. Dave Pasch, Doris Burke, George Sedano here in Milwaukee, where the Bucks have been outscored in the last 7 quarters at home by 52 points, if you include that 3 from Pete Nance.
See how much they use Giannis as a screener and a roller, and then that gravity to create shots off of that action.
Nance now with 11. The Bucks are number 2 in the NBA in three-point percentage, so if they can get enough up here in the 4th quarter, they certainly have good enough shooting to be able to make this interesting in the final frame. But how about that? With the shot clock at 1, Williams had to hoist it. He was almost falling out of bounds, and he still made it. 16 points for Kenrich Williams. He averages 5. Giannis setting the screen for Anthony, who leads Milwaukee in scoring tonight with 17. Anthony, not Giannis. Shot clock at 2. Green, corner 3. Hit it.
I mean, slow start for him to the game. I thought he was going to have a huge one. Like if he could have strung together 7-8 threes, put some pressure on them.
He's made his last 3 after an 0 for 3 start from behind the arc. Holmgren drive and kick. Williams from the other corner. Milwaukee ball. Adetokounmpo's only attempted 7 shots on the night. Make it 8 as he rolls that one home.
I mean, he had the one jumper, but everything else has been point-blank range. You were talking about his career-high field goal percentage.
65%. He's got 15 points tonight. Wallace's 3 no good. Holmgren fouled underneath. You had 3 Buck players under the basket, and it's Chet Holmgren that gets the rebound in the quarter. Thunder trying to go to 37-8 and an NBA best 17-5 on the road. This wraps up a 4-game trip. They host Indiana back in Oklahoma on Friday. Dort has that 3 roll around and drop.
That's twice Chet's off the bounce game has led to a corner 3. That pass wasn't perfect, but the prior one was strong side corner open 3 off his action.
Green can't answer. Well, it was 38-18 at the end of the 1st quarter, and it remains a 20-point lead for Oklahoma City. Last year they had 54 wins by double figures as they turned it over there. That was the most in NBA history, and their point differential this year is actually greater than it was last year, and they set the NBA record last year for margin of victory 13.
I think the adversity, that 6-6 stretch, is probably a good thing.
It's such a long year, you know you're going to face it at some point, and they have in terms of injuries, but there were people starting to question Oklahoma City because they started 24-1, the 2nd team ever to do that. Golden State did it and won in their last 8 games.
Yeah, pretty impressive, especially as we keep showing you 2nd most missed games in the league to injury.
You think about Holmgren and Hartenstein together, the injuries that the 2 of them have had, sometimes at the same time. Otherwise, they've kind of straddled one another as Giannis is fouled by Dort. Basketball play to you?
I mean, to me, I just
put this one out of reach. He's got 30 points on 14 shot attempts. Made 11. Green rises. The 3 spins out though. On the fall away, Shea rips the net, and Doc Rivers calls a timeout. 32 points for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Back to you, this Thunder wagon rolls on uninterrupted, it seems.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter who's on the floor. As long as Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is there, you got a chance not just to win, but to win handily, and they're up 22. And by the way, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, of all the great accomplishments he's had in a short time, he has never had a game with 30 points, 10 assists, and 80% shooting. That's where he's at right now. 12 of 15 from the floor.
8 for 10 in the paint.
AJ Green hit a 3 on one end. Gilgeous-Alexander pass broken up. A rare turnover by SGA. Giannis turns it right back over. Try to go behind the back. Gilgeous-Alexander with the slam on the dish from Wallace.
Make it 9 for 11 in the paint. That 80%'s looking good.
And the lead back to 21. Oklahoma City has one loss against a team under 500 this year. That was against Charlotte, a game they lost by 27, but Charlotte's done that to a few teams this season.
And I think they had a 20-point lead in that at one point. At least one of those games they did.
Holmgren on the step back, put up an air ball. Giannis driving. Cleaned up by Portis, who's 0 for 7 from the floor this half.
Giannis at 29 minutes, Dave. I think you're going to give him a couple more minutes, see if you get any closer. And then that's probably going to be it.
Is on a minutes restriction, coming off that calf injury in December. They're above 500 without him, but 8 games under, or above 500 when he plays, 8 games under 500 when he's out. Drives here and throws it down with the left hand.
Look out, what a finish.
Usually get one of those ferocious finishes a night out of Giannis, but is it too late? Mark Daigneault senses the tide turning just a bit. Momentum, the minutes that he's at right now, because he's at 30 and he's been around 28, 29 of late due to that minutes restriction.
Give him another big run here. They're trying to make something happen, being aggressive with a trap, and Shea beats the pressure by attacking pressure. Beautifully done.
36 points for Gilgeous-Alexander, 14 of 17 from the floor. 115 consecutive 20-point games. That is the second longest streak in NBA history behind Wilt Chamberlain. And 56 in a row on the road. Wilt has the record at 58. Dort breaks up that pass.
It's just that level of physicality. Dort just brilliant on the post, fighting Giannis tooth and nail.
Dort drives into the lane. Off-balance shot, no good. We've been in a 14 to 20-point range for a good part of this game. The Thunder led by 20 after one. They had a 25-point lead in the third quarter. Portis with his first basket of the second half, but is it too late? It's a 16-point game with 5:15 left.
You see what all the attention toward Giannis, the kinds of shots created. That's why Miles Turner, who's not playing tonight, his percentage from 3 is so different. Giannis on versus off.
Just the second game this season that Turner has missed, and the first for an injury. The other was for an illness, as Gilgeous-Alexander scoops it home. Another Doc Rivers timeout. 38 for Shea.
I mean, it just pounds the left-hand side of the floor.
Half in his career. Unfortunately, in the third quarter, late in that third quarter, he suffered a right hip contusion. He's out for the rest of this game, Dave and DB.
And so that's another player now down, because already 5 guys at their top 10. The normally player out as Green gets the 2 to fall.
No Giannis here, so he's crossed that minutes threshold.
Got to think his night is over. 4.5 to go. Oklahoma City up 16. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, 38 points, 15 of 18 shooting. He got another one. That is 40 now for Shea, his 4th 40-point game of the year. His season high is 55. And he had 5 points in the first quarter. He's done most of this in the last 2.5 quarters. One and done for Milwaukee.